Yo, what up guys, Travic here, and today we are going to talk about the Trial of Sekhemas, the thing that allows you to ascend your monk to the higher planes. For our Path of Exile 1 players, this is also known as Sanctum. But this is probably the hardest thing that I've ever done on the monk, and today we're going to talk about what it is, how to go through it, and how I managed to ascend, and the hoops I had to jump through. Pretty much what's going on is I was able to ascend my monk and get all the skill points or ascendancy points, and I did that the following way. So if you don't know what it is, let's actually start from the beginning. When you're going through the campaign, as you hit Act 2, you'll come across the Trial of Sekhemas, this underground little area, and you're going to get this coin to go into it. You're going to fight Balbala the traitor, and Balbala's a pain in the ass, and you're gonna fight her, and she's gonna be really difficult, and everybody's gonna tell you to overlevel because it's a pain in the ass on monk in the campaign, and you'll kill her and she'll drop this coin. That coin will look like this, and it'll give you the number of trials it'll give you will be 1, and that will allow you to get your ascendancy skill points. Your ascendancy skill points, as per the note in game, you can obtain 8 points. The first set comes from completing floor 1 of the trial, or the first wave of ultimatum. It's called something different in this, but today we're going to focus on the trial. To get the second set of points, you do this in the campaign, and you do the Trial of Chaos. So that comes when you get to Act 3. So you go to Act 2, you'll kill Balbala, you'll get the coin, you'll go to Sanctum, and then in Act 3, you're going to do the Temple of Chaos, and you're going to do the trial, and you're going to get your points there. After you do the campaign and you're done, you get to maps, you're gonna be like, hey man, how do I get the rest of my coins? How do I get the rest of my skill points? What do I do? Well, you're gonna have to do the Trial of Sekhemas or Ultimatum. Now, I didn't like Ultimatum. Ultimatum was really hard, it's really buggy, it's really weirdly tuned, and you just pretty much get your ass kicked. Me, I've always been a huge fan of Sanctum, or what's now known as the Trial of Sekhemas, so I did all of my focusing on that as my monk, and I'm going to talk to you guys today about how I approached it, what to do, what the floors are like, what the rooms are like, and we're going to do a run together. Now, to get your third set of ascendancy points, as per the in-game thumbnail, you have to complete floor 3 of this trial, or 10 waves of ultimatum. Floor 3 or 3 waves or 3 floors, the Adhesion coins start dropping like early yellow maps, tier 5, tier 6 maps, and the tier 4 floors, or the 4 floors to get the last couple of points, starts dropping in red tier maps, eye level 76 and higher. So eventually you're going to get these coins, they're going to drop in the maps, and they're going to say on them, as you see here, area level, number of trials. And it says underneath it, completing this ascension will not grant you ascendancy points because I've already completed mine. But for you, for the 3 floor, if you haven't completed it, will say that you have gotten the points. And the 4th floor, same for the extra points. Now, this is very hard. This is extremely difficult. This entire encounter sucks as a melee character. Ranged has it way infinite easier. Melee is supposed to go to ultimatum, but since we have ultimatum is like really buggy and a mess, we're gonna do this as our monk. If you haven't seen my last video about how I've set my monk up and you're curious about how to do it as a monk, all the information about my character is in the last video. This is mostly going to focus on what we're going to do as a ranged character and go through the trial. Now, when you get one of these coins and you bring it to the altar and you put the coin in, you're going to have these slots here, and these slots are going to allow you to fit in these relics. These relics are what you're going to use to make your experience in this area easier. The first couple of times you do this, you're not going to have any of these filled out. This experience is going to suck. It is going to be very, very, very difficult. It is going to be very hard and very challenging. But the more that you go through Sanctum or the trial, the more of these slots you're going to unlock, and the more access to relics that you're going to get. Now, relics are really, 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 really important because they allow you to do a whole bunch of different things. The main thing that the relics are allowing you to do, as you see as I'm putting stuff in, is they give you different abilities. This one gives you maximum honor. Honor is your life pool inside the trial. This one also gives me reduced merchant cost prices. I don't know if I'm actually going to use it right now. I'm probably going to swap it out. The big thing to know is that some of these have honor resistance. Just like your character in the campaign needs fire, lightning, cold, and chaos, found out in the Trial of Sekhemas, you actually want honor resistance, like literally honor resistance. Didn't know this was a thing, had no clue this was a thing. This was completely something new to me. We didn't have honor resistance in Path of Exile 1. So when I found out that this was a thing and that I needed to like actually worry about this, I was a little confused. It made like no sense at all. And I started asking a bunch of questions, and you can see like even now recording this, like thinking about what I just did and how I got through this. This was a huge pain in the butt to do. Like this entire thing was such a big pain to do, and we got through it. Now, honor resistance caps at 75, just like your resistances. So you would like to get 75% honor resistance. Other really good notable stats would be, you know, maximum honor that you have to get more honor, or as this one has, is maximum honor resistance to plus maximum honor resistance. And pretty much what you're doing is you want to cap out your honor resistance to 75. So I have 27 here, 30 here, 30 here. This caps me out at 90. This brings me from 75 to 77. Monsters deal reduced damage, bosses take increased damage, and then you just get extra honor resistance and more dodge roll. I don't know the best duo combination yet. The only thing that I can say so far that got me through the trial was to cap out my honor resistance, get my honor resistance maximum resistance a little bit higher, and to get some boss damage and rare damage. So you see I have two nodes here that give me a bunch of boss damage, and I had a rare node that rares take more boss damage, and then bosses take more damage, and then I put another boss damage here. This trial, it took me 9 hours to get through this damn thing, and it's got my head all messed up because like this was the biggest pain in the ass that I've ever done in this game, and I've done a lot of crazy stuff in this game, but this is how you lose your mind playing this game, doing this event. Now, this is a lot easier as a ranged character. So everybody who's ranged is gonna have a really good time. Me as a monk, I am not going to be a ranged character. So I'm going to turn myself into a ranged character with a 3-link Storm Rain with Primal Armaments, Cold Infusion, and Martial Tempo. Now, for monks, this is how I did it. I played Storm Rain or Blast Rain or Storm Rain. Is it Storm Rain? It's Storm Wave until bosses, and then I swapped to Ice Strike. Now, after you've gotten some relics, you buy them on the trade site. If you don't know how to do that and you need a video on the trade site and how to buy things on the trade site, let me know in the comments down below. I'll happily make you guys a video about the trade site buying and selling. I got you. Just let me know. But we're going to get some relics. We're going to go to the trade site. We're going to put our relics in, or we're going to farm our relics inside of Sanctum. We're going to grab our coin. We're going to put our coin in, and we're going to be off to the races. Now, as a monk, we are going in as a ranged character, so we're going to go into the test of strength. This is going to bring us straight into room 1, and each one of these rooms has their own unique feature. We see right up here, this one says find the exit, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to dodge these. We can actually just kind of move with these, and we're going to look for the exit. The big takeaway from floor 1 with the find the exit room is you want to do your best to not get hit. Not getting hit is extremely essential, and you want to be able to dodge these traps and dodge these spikes. Really cool tip about this fire is you can actually roll through it to not take damage. Other really cool tip, these mobs that are everywhere, they're static. They're always there. So if you have a really good memory and you start memorizing things, you'll find them really quick. Now, these doors that you see here, they're actually activated by a switch. So finding the exit means that you're going to run around like a chicken with your head cut off and look for the switches. The pain in the ass part about doing this look for the switch thing is you're usually waiting for the fire. Also, I really recommend opening all the major chests. I've gotten a lot of currency doing this, but like I said, these fire waves, you can just like roll right through them and you'll be fine. Now let's get out of this room. This video is gonna be long and I'm sorry in advance. Okay, so we kill this, we come up here, we don't worry about this, we dodge through this, we don't worry about that, we dodge through this. Come here, go out the exit, problem solved. Okay, Sacred Water. Sacred Water are the coins or the currency inside of Sanctum or inside of the trial. Essentially, you're going to be using this currency to buy and sell or buy things at the vendor. Each floor is composed of 8 rooms. Each of these rooms has arrows. These arrows show you which way that you can go. And this room shows me these rooms. These rooms show me this room. This room goes here and here. This room only goes here, and this room goes here and here. So it actually really allows you to plan out your route. Some rooms don't have a purple hue on them. They are rooms that don't have a negative effect, and rooms with a purple hue like this have a negative effect. For example, this one increases the price of the vendor. This one says you lose coins after every floor. This one says you can't see further rooms. So you really want to like plan your route out as you're going and start figuring out which of these really gives you a hard time. Now you see this room could go here and here and here and here, and this one could go here, only here, and this one could go here and here. So we just kind of figure it out. Each one of these rooms has a name on them. You see, this is a gauntlet trial, this is a ritual trial, and this is a chalice trial. This, what we just went through, was a gauntlet trial, which is this room right here. I'm going to show you guys a ritual trial next. This one is my favorite room and the easiest. This room is really simple. There's these portals right here. There'll be a mob on each side of the portal that you have to kill. You kill the mobs guarding the portal, and then the portal explodes and you're done. So you see there's a mob there, there's a mob there guarding the portal dies, that mob immediately dies. Same thing over here, come on over here, kill that and kill this. Now you see, as a monk, you see right away Stormwave is making this very easy, very safe. The first 8 hours that I decided to do Sanctum, I was right up in their face playing Ice Strike, and Ice Strike would immediately get me killed, deplete all of my honor, and make me feel really bad about myself. See, we come over here again, bada bing, bada boom, that thing is dead. Come over here, just kind of like, you know, kill this summoner, and then we're done. We leave the room. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. We grab the keys. We're going to use the keys for later. We come to the trial map and we do the same thing. We see this brings us here, and then we have access to these rooms. Shrine that restores honor heals you. Bronze key gives you a chest at the end that you have a key for. And then we're just going to go to the hourglass trial. The hourglass trial room is the worst room in my opinion. This sand hourglass will be your best and worst nightmare. When you pull this down, a timer is going to start. Every time I kill a rare mob, this timer will get less and less. These rooms are the actual devil. I swear to God, man, I've never been so sad. Bring me back to Sanctum and Path of Exile 1 and those meteor rooms. I'll take those meteor rooms every day of the week. Now you see in this room, mobs keep spawning out of these little portals. Ideally, you kill these rare mobs, and you see right away, we killed that rare mob and our timer just shoots down. We kill this rare mob, boom, our timer shoots down. The only big upside to these rooms is they spawn a lot, and I mean an absolute metric ton of rare mobs, and these rare mobs are really good to kill. They drop a whole ton of loot, and they're pretty specialized, and I've gotten, like, I did a Sanctum run earlier, and I got like 13 exalts out of a Sanctum room because it was just like hourglass into hourglass into hourglass. Now, coming here, this is my favorite room down here. It sucks it's in an hourglass room, but it says awards a shrine that restores honor and grants you a boon. A boon is a positive effect on your character. It'll make you stronger. So we're gonna go that way, and we're gonna go get this boon. So we're gonna go to this trial, and we're gonna go to this gauntlet room, and we're gonna make our way there. Now you see the biggest takeaway from Sanctum, and the biggest thing that you should be focusing on is constantly moving. Moving is going to be the thing that keeps you safe. Moving is the thing that's going to keep you alive. And while honor resistance does a really good job of keeping you alive, you still have to like avoid being hit. Floor 1, as you see here, we're taking some damage, but our honor resistance is keeping us really healthy. Floor 1 and 2 aren't the problem. Floor 3 and floor 4 are very deadly and really difficult. They are going to hit you with like the grace and force of like an elephant that decided that today was your day. It's gonna find you, it's gonna sit on you, it's gonna make you feel bad. But this gauntlet room on floor 1, you see we've taken a little bit of damage. We're going towards a shrine that's going to heal us. Not that big of a deal. We're going to be fine. We come down here through the door because we pulled the switch. We take a look around. There's nothing really that we want. We're going to touch this, see if we get anything good. We're going to pick up all the relics that we find because the relics are going to be really important. And as soon as people start figuring out Sanctum or start figuring out the trial, relics are going to be worth a fortune. So we're going to want to keep all of our relics and just kind of like hold on to them for a later time. We're just going to keep moving. We're going to keep attacking, keep moving. We're going to come through the green doors and we're going to look around. Essentially, if you don't know where to go, there's a door that you have open and a switch you need to pull. So we're going to pull this switch and then we're going to go from green to green. That door is going to close. So now we know a new door is open and we're just going to follow this around. I fully don't plan on surviving to kill this again, because this is the hardest thing in the world. But if we manage to do this in this video, I'm gonna be so happy. But regardless of if I survive or not, I have a video at the end of me fighting the boss, so you guys can see what the final boss looks like. Spoilers, it's a long fight. Spoilers, it is the coolest fight that I've done in a long time, and I really, really, really enjoy it, and I think you guys will get a kick out of it. Now, here's our shrine. This one's gonna restore honor. We're not too worried about that because we're going to another one there. And then we're gonna now we're gonna plan out our route. This one gives us less sacred water. This one says we have no armor. That might be pretty bad for some of you. And this one tells us the room type is unknown. We don't care what the room type is. We really don't, because you're just gonna do them all anyways, right? Right? You're gonna do this 100 times because this place sucks, XD. But we're gonna pull down this hourglass. We're gonna get ready and we're gonna kill these mobs, and we're trying to focus the rares, like I mentioned earlier, because they're going to be the best way to get out of here as quick as possible. The longer you stay in this room without clearing mobs, the harder it's going to be, and you are absolutely positively going to get overrun. This room becomes an absolute nightmare very, very, very fast. See here, we're going through it, not a problem at all. Killing all the mobs, looking for the rare. I don't see the rare anywhere. He's probably somewhere right there. There we go. We're gonna kill this rare. It should end the room. 3 seconds. We're gonna grab this quarterstaff because we're gonna pray to the monk gods that it's good, and then we're off to the races. This has been going absolutely swimmingly. Floor 1, very simple, very straightforward. The biggest problem with the trial is it's long, it's tedious, and it can take you a while to get through it, especially if you're like, what the heck is that? Okay, I don't know what that is. A war's a shrine that bestows the fickle blessing of the wind. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. We're taking the no armor. We're YOLOing this, man. I've never seen that. We're going there, bro. We're a monk, man. We're just gonna dodge. We'll be fine, right? Who needs armor? We're a monk. Boom, baby. Easy. Same thing as the ritual room earlier. Find the temple, kill the guys. Choose a pledge. Wait, is this where we want to be? No, it's up there. Choose a pledge. Okay, so the pledge hands. So this room has an altar here that says choose to take on a pledge to Kochai, the inscrutable, altering the parameters of the trial. This right here is a nightmare. You gain a negative and gain a positive. So the negative here is you deal 40% less damage, which will break your run and cause you to lose. But the positive is you gain 50% reduced merchant prices. This is just asking for trouble. You never want to take this. Remove the free honor gain in the boss room to remove the sacred water. This is probably a mistake. You never want to take this. This one says get a run in, random minor boon, and take some physical damage. We got rid of all of our armor, so we're probably going to take a bunch of damage here. I'm going to take it just to showcase this for the video, but we have 4,300 health. We do this again. I'm going to take this just for the sense of the video, and I'm going to show you what this does. And then boom, we took some damage. I guess I mitigated all the damage because monk, and we took no damage at all. I wish I would have known that. Well, dang. Yeah, I guess we just mitigated the whole damage because it's physical damage. We just mitigate it with our evasion rating that scales towards physical damage reduction. But if monk is really strong. GGG, listen, I swear, like monk is really weak. I know you're doing a lot of things right now with a lot of other classes, but like, listen, come back after you talk to the Dead Eyes. Like, I'm just leave me alone, bro. I swear, I took 1,000 damage from that trial. It hit me for my entire life pool. I healed. Don't worry about it. God, can you imagine? You're just showcasing like the power of a class. This is a mistake. Oh God. Now this room is my favorite room. This room has these death crystals. These death crystals, when you press them, will release a light beam. That light beam will tell you where to go. Each one of these rooms has a number of crystals. You can see them in my chat log here. It tells me how many crystals I have to activate to end. You click a crystal, you follow the light, you go to the next crystal, and you click all the crystals, and the room ends. Cleanse an affliction, gain a boon. Okay, this is awesome. This is the best room I've ever seen ever in my entire life. This run is blessed. What do we remove? Oh my God. We can see the rooms again. Oh, we don't have armor. Okay. All right, we're gonna go into the boss. The first boss is this really weird skeleton guy, and we'll talk about it when we get in there. As a monk, you want to swap back to your ice strike. This is going to be our entire Sanctum experience. We are going to play Stormwave until we get to the boss, and then we're going to swap back to Ice Strike. This boss is, he's giving people a lot of headaches and hassles. He pops out of this, and it's this big Earthbreaker guy. He has some really weird collision with the walls and stuff, and as soon as he comes out, he's going to do that big 3-bang floor on the ground thing. You're just going to want to actually move out of that. But I know as my character, I can tank it. And then what he's going to do before I kill him is he's going to do these ground slams. They're going to make these little volcanoes here. These little volcanoes are going to deal a million tons of damage. You really want to dodge that. He's going to drop things out of the sky. And the longer this fight goes on, the more area effects and the more pain in the ass it's going to be. You see things are falling out of the sky. And this is the entire fight. You really just want to dodge out of his big melee swings, freeze him to death, kill him, and then eventually he'll drop some nice loot. This was floor one. Floor one was a very long floor. He dropped some coins. We have some coins. We've gotten some loot, and we're off to the races. When you get to the end of the floor, you're going to see all these beautiful chests. I usually don't take anything until I get deeper into the sanctum, but always make sure that you talk to Balbala here. Balbala is your vendor. She will give you the opportunity to buy really cool stuff and get things that'll help your run. So for example, here we can get more honor restore. We can get more effect of our relics. We can get more coins found. We can heal. I usually like taking a bunch of really good nodes that just power me up, assuming I have the coins to do them. In Path of Exile 1, you had a really good strategy where you would farm coins and then you would take advantage of the vendor. I'm sure that's going to be a thing in this game when we get there. Going into floor 2, because we should be a ranged character. I actually forgot to dump loot. There was a stash I should have dumped loot. Going into floor 2, we are going to go back to being a ranged character because range is key to this entire encounter. We're going to put our stats back on. We're going to come to the trial map and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to plan our route. We're going to look for negative afflictions that are going to ruin our day. And we see that monsters have 50% increased life is really bad. Monsters deal 30% more damage. Not the end of the world. We're pretty tanky. And then room types are unknown. We don't care that room types are unknown. Ritual room is really easy. Chalice room is a pain in the ass. Escape rooms are usually really easy. We haven't seen a chalice room yet in this video, so let's go through the chalice room. When you go into a chalice room, you're going to see something here called a blood chalice. You have to defeat all the rare enemies to fill the chalice. There was lines that come off of this. You see that? It shows you where the rare enemies are. So it makes it really easy to find them. Usually these rooms are giant circles. So you'll just go in a big circle looking for the rares. And you see having the ability to freeze everything, having the ability to target everything at range, just makes this really, really, really easy. Now, I know some classes don't have the ability to be ranged. I'm not really too sure about a lot of the other classes, but I know for Monk, this is going to be the absolute key to this fight. We're going to go range. We're going to put on our storm wave. We're going to move around. You're constantly going to want to keep moving. And this is really it right here. We're going to dodge out of those. And then we're going to keep a nice, healthy distance on all of these enemies. We're going to kill them without worry. And we're just going to look around for the last rare. Coming on over here, we find the last rare right here. And we just give him the business. He's super frozen. He's not going anywhere. And then that is that. Nice, easy, quick. Like I said, the biggest problem about the trial is it's really, really, really long and it takes a while. A lot of this has to do with us not having movement speed. And if we had better movement speed or movement speed skills, we'd be in a really better spot to get this place done. Once again, this gives us some nice coins. You see the coins are on the bottom right here. We have 351. Our health pool looking very, very, very good. Let's plan our route again. We see we have a key here. Room types are unknown. Monsters deal 30% more damage, which we're not too worried about. This one will ruin your run. You're not always taking the room you select. This will completely brick you, and this doesn't really do anything. This is the best of the room options because it doesn't really give us a negative effect. So we're going to come here to the gauntlet room, and we're going to know what room we're going forward. In the gauntlet, you see right away, this door is red and locked off. So we're going to go the only available route that we have to us, and we're going to look for where to go. That's a door there locked off. And then we see there's these fireballs. Like earlier with these traps, you can roll through them. You can roll through these, not a problem. When I found that out, that sped up these runs drastically and made this a lot better than what it was. Now, playing the range character we are, easy peasy. We kill these mobs. We see those doors are locked, and we're just going to look around for the route to go. You'll notice a very reoccurring theme in Sanctum or in the trials is if a door, like, usually you just go in a big circle. It's like every room is like a giant big circle, and all these rooms and layouts are static. So after you do this enough, you'll just have it all memorized. Okay, let's get rid of these mobs. We don't want to deal with them later. We have nice range and distance. We're going to come through the door over here that opened up, and we're just going to look around and make sure we didn't miss anything. I already know what we're looking for, but for the sake of spoilers, we're going to go exploring. And then we come over here. We dodge these. These are traps, by the way, on the floor. If you step on these, they're going to hurt really bad. Don't step on them. Just walk around them. Just walk around them. Now we found another switch over here. We're going to hit the switch over here. This is going to open our green door for us, and we're off to the races. Both a red and green switch based on these pillars right here needed to be hit to open the door to move along. Trial complete. On to the next room. Grab our coins because eventually we'll see Balbala again. And let's just take a look. We're not taking this room. This room is fine. This room is fine. This room is fine. There's no negative encounters here. Now we have to go here because this room is really bad. And this room brings us to here, here, and here. We can't see any other routes. Now, something important to know. While we have this room, if we go here, we can only go there. If we go here and we go here, we could see this room and this room. If we go here, we can only see this room. So since this room gives us the best visibility of where to go to plan our route, we're going to aim to go to this room. So we're going to come here, we're going to click on this, we're going to go into the room. This one's a blood chalice again to defeat all the monsters. And because we have this beautiful storm range skill and we have range, we are not really too worried. We can keep our distance from some of the scary monsters. We hit them, and that's really what we need. Now, some of these mobs are really tanky, and they get easier when you get boons. A quick reminder, boons are those positive buffs up here that you can find in your character that you get throughout the event. You'll get them from the vendor, you'll get them from just completing certain rooms, you'll get them from shrines, and these are the things that really, really, really make your or break your run. Good boons, no matter how bad your Sanctum is or how bad your trial is, will make it very, very, very easy. Bad afflictions will indeed ruin your run every time. Some of these afflictions will just brick your run. There's nothing you can do. You just eat the loss and you go next. So here you see right away, this brings us to this room and this room. This room brings us to this room and this room. We know that this room leads us here to the merchant. We always want to go to the merchant. This one gives us reduced honor restore. That kind of sucks. So because we know we're always going to the merchant in this room and this room, go to the merchant. We're going to take this room to restore some honor. We lost a little bit of life in the last couple of rooms, just kind of messing around. So we're just going to like look around. This once again, defeat the casters. My favorite room, very simple, very easy. You come in, you look for the portals. There's two summoners right there. You see the two summoners. Kill the summoner, the portal gets deleted, and you move on to the next one. There you go again. There's the summoner. Here's the summoner again. Coming back up this way. Boom. Boom. There you go. Absolutely, positively wonderful. Okay, there you go. Now we're just gonna look for the last one over here. There's that guy. There's this guy. Easy. The big takeaway is a lot of these rares will just kill you out of nowhere. So you really want to make sure that you keep your distance. Here you go. Here's the honor. This animation takes 10,000 years. I can go get a snack while I'm waiting for it, and it's going to heal us. And now we get to plan our route again. We see this one's pretty bad. This one we really want, but this rune says increase merchant prices, not too bad. And this one says take 150 damage on room completion. So we can go here to the merchant. We're going to go to the merchant, then we're going to make another decision. This room is a find the exit, and we're just going to do exactly what we did earlier. We're going to run around and look for the exit, keeping our distance on mobs, dodging these bombs, clicking switches that we find, and seeing what doors open up. Sometimes, as you see here, you click on a switch and a bunch of mobs pop up, mobs pop out of the ground. There's all kinds of fireballs and traps. We're going to dodge and avoid these. These are going to kill us every single time. More mobs here. Anything that looks like a random urn, just break it. You know, we don't want the spirits of like our dead ancestors coming out and getting us because they're really mad at us for playing video games. So we're just going to make sure that we stop every single bad juju from coming at us. And we're just going to kill all the mobs, man, because I'll tell you, Rut, I've tried to rush this sanctum like 1,000 times, and sometimes you try to rush this sanctum and then like the mob like pops out of the ground, and the next thing you know, he's laser beaming you from across the room, and you're just like, holy dear God, what the hell just happened? Now that switch opens this door leads us to the exit. But if you're really feeling adventurous and you want to come backwards, sometimes when you open these doors and flick these switches, you will find these little treasure rooms, and these little treasure rooms can sometimes have really cool stuff in them if you're willing to explore. I think sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're a waste of time. I found a lot of exalts doing Sanctum. So I made a lot of upgrades to my character just from running this all day. So I think there's a world where farming Sanctum is actually really good, especially if you get really good movement speed and you start cruising. Now we come on over here. There's Bala Bala. We're going to talk to her and we're going to see what we have. This one, absolutely fantastic. This one, absolutely fantastic. Movement speed is indeed key, but having 30% less monster life, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're going to take that. We're going to plan our route again. This one gives us a boon. This one gives us merchant price increase. We really don't want to take extra damage if we can avoid it. So we'll take the increased merchant price. We're going to feel bad about it, but it's still better than taking damage every single room that we go through. And just like the last room, we're looking for the exit, and you're just going to be able to explore these rooms. You're going to find the levers that you're looking for, and you're going to make your way towards the exit. Now, I've done a lot of Sanctum, like I've mentioned, over the last couple of hours, trying to learn this to make this video and to actually ascend myself. And I've gotten to the point where I know a lot of these layouts and a lot of these rooms, and I know where the mobs are. And the more you do this, and the more you learn where they are, the easier this is going to become, because you'll know when you can dodge, where you can't dodge, what you can roll past, what you can't roll past, what your character's hitbox can sneak past, how deep into these bombs you can be or not be. And it becomes like this really cool game of like, how much of this can I learn and how much are we going to hope doesn't change before release comes out. Just like this, we're cruising through the second floor. Very simple, very easy, nothing to worry about. We're going to ignore this one. This fountain right here gives you a minor affliction. It gives you a lot of honor, but it gives you a minor affliction. And for me, some of these minor afflictions can really ruin my run. So I'm not going to risk it at all, ever. These are the death crystals again. We're going to click this crystal and we see there's 2 laser beams that fly off. We are going to indeed follow the laser beams to see where they bring us. We click this one. We see they shot off in 3 different directions. Ooh, random silver key. That's some coins for us, and we're off to find out where that light beam went, or light source went. Come on over this way. Find another light source here. Ignore that guy. Freeze him up so he can't chase after us. Come on our way north. Look for the light source. Find the light source. And this is one of the easiest rooms because a lot of this room is very static. You'll eventually memorize where these things are, and it'd be really quick and simple for you to hit these light switches and know a good route to take so that you don't have to like worry about, you know, dying. Here's another death crystal. We're going to click this. We're going to freeze these mobs because Monk is cheating. And then we're going to come on over here. We're going to click this one again. And then that's the end of the room. We're not going to die to these little random skulls. We're going to tell that guy he's got to stay frozen, and we're off to the next room. We're going to do this again. This is going to cap out our honor. We're going to get a nice boon. Hopefully we get something really good. More sacred water found. Fantastic. And we're going to go to the next boss. This boss coming into this room is a little difficult. This is going to be a Dark Souls style boss. So if you've played Path of Exile 1 and you've done Sanctum, you'll recognize this boss right away. But if you haven't and you've played Dark Souls, you'll recognize this boss from Dark Souls. And essentially this boss is twinned bosses. This will be a cold boss and a fire boss. They hit very hard. When you kill one, it enrages the other. If you leave them up too long, they slam the ground, they kill you. The big guy here is fire. This one is cold, and they hit like an absolute truck. So while I'd like to show you all of their mechanics, I do actually die to these guys fairly easily if I let them hit me, because they do big ass slams that will just ruin my entire day. You're gonna see he's gonna slam in a second. There's the slam, he's frozen. You can see he's stuck in a slam animation. This guy's gonna slam too now, and then we're gonna dodge out of that. We're gonna try to kill him. He's gonna get all pissed off that his homie died. We're gonna dodge this. That reminds me, there we go. We took a slam, we dodged, we felt really good about ourselves, and boom, kill them fast. I have tried to like dodge, bob, weave, throw a wrench, the whole 9 yards. You'll regret it. Just dodge, just dodge. You will see a absolute metric ton of loot in Sanctum. Trust me, I know. I have to go through all of it from all the runs earlier. Just dump everything into a dump tab. Worry about the loot later. Sort it when you're done. If you sit here and try to sort everything in between all of the rounds of Sanctum, you're going to be here forever, and it's never going to be ever ending. And you just deal with it later. Now, these caches, supposedly there's a really good cache. I don't know the name of the insane cache. I haven't found it yet. I haven't really paid attention. Oh no, I forgot to talk to Bala Bala. Make sure you talk to Bala Bala before you click the door, because if you click the door, you can't go to Bala Bala and buy the really cool dagger that you really want to buy, the dagger that gives you 50% more damage because you took the thing with the merchant price, and then you click on the door. If you click on the door before you interact with Bala Bala, she will not let you buy anything. I know I'm a little hyper. I'm a little worked up from killing the Sanctum. I'm sorry. I know, my bad. Going into floor 3 is actually really difficult. The higher the floors that you go, the harder it's going to be. You'll notice now we are monster level 80 because every time you ascend a floor, the monster level goes up, forcing the trial to be harder. Now, we have really bad options here. This one will always take us to an unpredictable room. This one will completely brick us. This one gives us 2 afflictions at the same time. That one is really difficult. We don't want to do that. And this one gives us 25% less honor. That one's not terrible. We're gonna take this one because it's a little bit of hit to our health, but it's still better than getting double afflictions. So we'll take this. You're gonna see in a second, we're gonna have lost a whole bunch of life, and we're just gonna be really sad, but it's still better than double damage every other room and praying for bad afflictions. So once again, ritual room, come over here, kill the 2 guys on the portal, look for the next portal. See, there's a guy in the portal there. There's a guy in the portal there. Kill them, no problem. My big hope is that we make it to floor 4, and I could show you guys up to floor 4. But if we get all the first 3 floors in, we're going to be really happy, because the first 3 floors are the big ones for you guys. Floor 4 is a little bit of a tricky one and a little bit of a nightmare. The mobs hit even harder on floor 4. They also like defy the laws of gravity and decide that they're going to kill you no matter where you are. So that kind of sucks. Something to note about floor 3 though is floor 3 is a trap heavy room. So you see right here, this is quicksand. This quicksand, your character will start to sink in it, and if you sink too far down, I believe you do die. I haven't tested it. Don't sink in the quicksand. There's also another really interesting catch with this floor, and when we come across it, I'll show it to you. Now the door here hasn't opened yet. That's because we missed a trial of guys over here. So we're gonna backtrack for a minute and go get these guys and just kind of like make our way. So we come around here. This portal's still open because we didn't kill the last set of guys. We're gonna come over here. Nothing there, nothing there. Come over here. We found these guys. We got hit, unlucky. Keep our distance, clear this, move on to the next. Okay. Double check those pots. I mean, we can hit and move, so I mean, we might as well, right? You never know. Every pot left behind could be your mirror. Come on up over here. Check for a mirror. Go over there. Now this, once again, is going to give you a random affliction. You really don't want to take that. Let's look around and see if we can plan our route. This one's going to give us a boon. There's no negative effect here. There's no negative effect here. Unfortunately, it only puts us to this room, but for the positive upside, we're going to take it. Blood Chalice again. We're going to click it to see where we need to go. Find this guy right here that we have to kill. Just keep moving. Don't stand in the red stuff. Okay. looks good. Come around here, find the next rare. There's the next rare. There's 2 rares right there. 3 rares, it looks like. Kill the first one. Dodge a little bit. Move around. There's the 3rd one. Duck, dodge, the bob and weave. This is melee, by the way. This room, we would have lost. We would have, if we would have played this room as Ice Strike, we would have died and lost. Those guys were a nightmare. Absolutely would have lost if we had played Ice Strike. That guy wasn't a rare, right? Nope, just a regular one. Okay, cool. Kill that guy. There's one of those urns. Kill the urn from a distance. Those urns, by the way, they'll ruin your run. They'll just kill you. They're like the worst. This guy right here has volatile crystals. That's what those crystals are on the floor. These crystals will like shotgun kill you too. Dude, I feel like I feel like everything about this place. Oh my God, please. I feel like everything about this place just kills you. Now, something really cool to note about floor 3. Something really, really cool to note about floor 3. This is a trap. I'm gonna hit this for science. If I step on this, this trap will release this poisonous gas. That poisonous gas will immediately 100% kill you instantly. Why? Because I have no chaos resistance. Mine's really low. So if you don't have like 75 chaos resistance, that trap will kill you as fast as humanly possible, and you just really don't want to deal with that because it is the absolute positive worst thing ever. Okay. Door here locked. Come up this way. Door here locked. I believe that's a trap. I've never stepped on one of those. I don't want to risk it. That's a trap right there. We're going to roll through this to avoid that. Kill our pots to check for our Mirror of Palandra. Kill those. Make sure there's nothing there. Come on over this way. Do this. Kill this. Check that. Break these pots. Feel good about ourselves. Kill this crab. Kill this spine borer. Hit the lever here. Now we're going to make our way back. Every floor in Sanctum or every floor in the trial is exactly the same. Nothing really changes except like the weird little trap layouts. And as soon as you do this enough and start recognizing where everything is, it's really, really good. Now in floor 3, I showed you earlier, this is a trap, but this is a trap with a switch. Why they did this is a nightmare. I don't understand. So you actually have to hit this to activate the switch for the door and then book it before that trap kills you. So like, if you don't pay attention and you just kind of like, you know, dirtle around on that switcher, you're going to die. So like you have to like activate the room and then dodge, and then there's quicksand everywhere, and this place is like really bad, like really annoying. Floor 3 I think is the worst in terms of like things that can accidentally kill you, and floor 4 has like the mobs that are like spawning from like Satan. We're going to take our random boon. We're going to hope for something good. We have very minor negative afflictions right now. We're feeling pretty good. We have more maximum honor to counteract our minus honor from earlier. And, oh, Jesus. Okay, so let's do this room and then let's talk about the boons in the next room. So we come here, we do find the exit again. We're just going to run all around. We're going to dodge the traps. I don't know if that's a trap. I'm not going to risk it. There's 2 traps there. We're going to come through the middle. We're going to kill this guy here. We're gonna roll past that. I guess that's not a trap. I don't trust it, man. I don't know, man. But this right here, once again, it's a trap switch. We're gonna hit that. The door's gonna open and we're gonna make our way downtown. Coming over here, clear this, problem solved. That's not a switch. That's a trap switch. That's a fake switch. Come on over here, roll past all these because XDD. Roll past this, roll past this. Come on over here, roll past this, roll past this. Come check this, nothing there. Come check this, grab that. And once again, switch, roll, touch, out. Roll over here, come on over here, grab this, touch this, hit this, look around, make sure everything's kosher. Okay, feels pretty good. And then this, roll past all that. That's, look at how much poison's on the ground. Dude, it is a absolute nightmare. Grab our coins, feels really good. Okay, so you can see few rooms ahead means that like you have less visibility versus movement speed. This movement speed one will just end our run. This will break the whole run, so we have no choice. We have to take this. You need as much movement speed as you can, especially for the final guy, which I won't spoil yet. So we're gonna click on this. and we're gonna follow the lines. We're gonna just try to control the room a little bit so that we don't accidentally get killed. We're gonna touch this to look for exalts. We're gonna move this way, keep them all frozen and behind us so we don't have any problems. Come over here, do this, touch this, hit this guy, go over there, do this. Okay. Hit this, come here. Oh, that's a wall, that's a wall, that's a wall, that's a wall. We're dumb, we're dumb, we're dumb. Now you see from my honor and how this run has been going while talking and while trying to explain everything with a little bit of knowledge, we're kind of like kicking ass. Also, let me reiterate, dude, Stormwave, like monks, like put on Stormwave, man. I don't know, man. We're pretty deep in this video. I'm not even sure if monks are still watching at this point, but yo, if you're still a monk and you're watching right now, let me know in the comments down below. Tell me you heard this, monk mains and non-monk mains. If you're listening, why did you not pick a monk? What are you playing? What ascendancy are you? What cool skills are you playing? Are you doing something that kicks some ass, man? Because let me tell you, if you're not a monk man and you're just watching to see the rest of this, like, I appreciate you, man. I'd love to know what you're playing and what you're doing and what you're grinding with, bro. I'm always looking for the next cool thing. I don't think I'm going to roll off a monk anytime soon as a huntress, but I'd love to hear about what people are playing. Now, if we let this timer run out, we're going to take some damage here. I don't want to take some damage here, but the reason I came around is because this switch is here, and I just wanted to show there were different routes. Because we could have just come down there and hit it, but I wanted to just show you guys the whole room because why not? And then we come here. This is lore. This is that pledge thing again, and I'll show you guys this again. You see here, we can gain 20% less damage. Monsters gain things, lose thing, We don't care. Dude, these are always a nightmare. Until you're more comfortable with this, I wouldn't do this. Now you see, we can't see this room. We can't see these rooms because of the black smoke. So we're gonna restore honor to be on the safe side because in case we take a bunch of random damage. And then we have find the exit and we feel really good about ourselves. You want to, if you can, especially in the later floors, try to avoid the hourglass rooms. They are the deadliest of rooms and they will ruin your entire existence, especially on floor 3 and floor 4. So I was going to intentionally pick one to show you in this video, but since we have this thing that doesn't let us see the rooms that we're in, and I don't want to just like XDD a perfect run to show you guys perfection, we're just gonna roll with what we have. I'm still expecting to randomly die because, like, you know, this is early access and you just kind of like get XDD'd by like random ass little white mobs everywhere. All right, so we're going here. We come into this room, hit the switch here, bail out before we die to the poison, dodge this. A bunch of mobs just jumped into that room. The biggest takeaway from doing this is to always keep moving. The more you stand still, the more you run the risk of getting just insta dead. We're gonna restore the honor. We're here. 5 coins, restore some honor. Might as well. All right, so silver cash and a key to open. We don't care. Bronze key. We're gonna get the key for later. Come on over here. Hit this, kill this. I love these ritual rooms. These rooms are my absolute favorite. So simple, so easy. Nothing to even begin to worry about. There you go. The whole room's done. Feel really good about ourselves. Come over here, grab the bronze key, interact with the map, and then we see we're going to the next boss. This boss is really difficult. Just like all the other bosses, it has its own little interesting mechanic that we're going to keep an eye out, and I'm going to call out. This boss is a scorpion, and when you fight the scorpion, it's going to raise its tail, and its tail's going to glow green, and that's when you need to dodge because it's going to kill you immediately. These traps on the floor will also kill you immediately. Don't touch the traps. Scorpion comes out of the ground, and then you just see the tail glows green, dodge out of the way. He's going to do a little swipe, dodge out of the way. He's going to do another swipe. We freeze him because we're monks. We charge up, we go Super Saiyan Jedi. He's gonna do another little swipe. We dodge out of the way again. He's gonna do the tail thing again. He claws us and then we dodge. We actually avoided the entire second phase of this fight because our damage is so high. There's an entire second phase of the fight where he goes under the ground and he jumps out of the ground a lot, and he leaves a bunch of whirlpools or little quicksands everywhere. So he'll like jump out here, jump out here, jump out here, and leave quicksands. You can actually drag him away from all the quicksands to make your life easier. So if he does that phase and you get to that phase and your damage is a little bit lacking and you're having a hard time, just drag him away from the quicksands. You'll be okay. If you see a cache you want to get at this point, probably not a bad idea. The next floor, kind of really difficult. You probably might accidentally die. Check this to see if there's anything that you want. So the next minor boon becomes a random major boon. We're actually going to grab that. So we're going to take this and then we're going to buy the cheap thing so that we get that. There you go. So now we can see an extra room. The next affliction is converted into a boon, which is really, really, really nice. And we don't have a lot of negativities. Floor 4. Floor 4 is the worst. It is terrifying. It is hard. The mobs are really mean. And you really just have to be on your toes for floor 4. Now we see there's no negatives here. So we're just going to look around. We're going to save this. We're not going to drink this fountain. We're going to save this for a bad room. So Sacred Fountain. This only sees this room and this sees this room. So we're going to go here. Might as well take the Sacred Fountain and try to get some coins. Oh, we got lucky. This is death crystals. Very easy, very simple, very big circle around the room. You have to make sure to be very careful. These mobs in here will hit hard. Those mobs, like these guys right here, they hit like a truck. These guys have laser beams that just like decide they're going to ignore your defenses every single time. And these guys are big pains in the asses. The other major mob on floor 4 that's really rough is this guy. This guy will slam the ground and instantly destroy all of your honor if you have like bad defenses towards Fizz. Same thing with that guy over there. These things are little light apparitions. They kind of suck. And those laser beams, these dodge these. They hurt. They hurt a lot. They're not good. They're bad. They're real bad. Okay. Come on down this way. We're just gonna keep that guy locked down while we keep moving. Oh, that's a lot. Give me these. There's these urns. These things suck. Floor 4 as melee is a nightmare. Like I've done this so many times as melee monk, and it is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Terrible. I had to play Stormwave, and Stormwave made this go from the most impossible thing in the world to like cruising, bro. We are straight cruising right now. Nice honor pool. Haven't really worried about anything. Big thing is sacred water. Going to the next room. Afflictions are unknown. We're gonna save. We're saving this. Unless we absolutely have to use this, we're saving it. So we're just gonna dodge all the negativity and we're just gonna keep going. Beautiful room. Really easy, really simple. Love this room. Focus on the summoners. The summoners will kill the portal and killing any mobs that came out of the portal. You really don't have to worry too much about those mobs. Just like burst down these summoners. Okay. Come around this. Kill the portal. Okay. There you go. Then we missed one. There should be one up here in this corner. Nice. See, all the mobs die. Dude, with a proper character and good movement speed, I would do this all the time. Now that I know how to do it, I would do this all the time. We're just going to ignore this. We don't care. We're going to save our keys for the end. See, we have no choice. So glad we saved that. Look, we can see another room. All right, if we do this. Keep all these mobs locked down. Kill everything from a nice distance. Not really gonna go back for that. If we cross it again, we'll grab it. If not, it's gone to the winds. Okay. Over here. Click on this. There's the last one right there on the mini map. You see it? There you go. Now we just be careful that we don't actually see that. See, he was summoning the thing, bro. If we didn't stun him right there, if we didn't freeze him right there, those little light beams that would have come out of his back would have insta killed us if they would have hit us. Because he does like this like rocket out of his back urn that just you die.
A moment of respite.
Okay. An affliction, we don't care. No energy shields are really, really, really bad. Shrine to restore. This is the blessing one. Okay. This one's really good. So we're gonna go here into the shrine with a blessing. So we come here simply due to the fact of two things. One, it's a shrine to restore honor on the off chance we get hit, and two, we get really lucky. It's a room we've never seen. So this room, these things right here, we're gonna talk about these in a second. We're just gonna don't touch these. These things, these little hourglass things, don't touch those. Those things are bad. Don't touch them. You're gonna come into this room, and this room is going to be a puzzle with this little hourglass thing that I just told you not to touch. So we're gonna pull this lever. This room is always the same. You pull this lever, you come here, you pull this lever, you come around this circle. There's gonna be some mobs in here. We're gonna kill them. We pull this lever. Very simple, very straightforward. Go in a big circle, pull all the levers. Now, here comes the hard part. Pull, wait. I didn't mean to pull that lever. Don't pull this lever. You want this lever on blue. Okay. For reset. Okay. So this is what you do. You step on this. You see we're leaving images of ourselves. The clock is ticking. We've run over here. We touch this and then we chill. As soon as this clock hits midnight, it teleports us back. So just to show you again, if I hit this clock and it counts down, it's eventually going to get to midnight and it's going to teleport us. This is really, 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 really relevant. And it explodes, and when it explodes, it deals damage. So you want to make sure that if you get teleported back to that clock, you get out of that clock as fast as possible. There's always mobs in this corner. There's always mobs right here by this door. And when you come up the staircase and you come this way, there's always mobs right there. Okay, now the fastest way to escape this room is to literally follow this and go this way, up these stairs here. There's always going to be mobs over here blocking the door. And then we run past them and we go this way. If you go up the right staircase, it's really simple and really easy. And this is why we took this way, so that in case we got hit, we had honor. We refill our honor. We have 4,000 health. We're looking good for the final boss. Okay. Fizz damage, gold key. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna get a boon. We're gonna remove a -1. We're gonna feel really good about ourselves. Oh, this is getting difficult. Floor 4 went from like the scariest thing in the world to like, I'm just gonna put on Stormwave and it's gonna be the easiest thing in the world. There's the rare that we're looking for. Just gonna dodge out of the way. Get our lightsaber going. Loot our rare. Get all these mobs out of the way in case we accidentally get killed. I'd rather not. We did get hit though. That's kind of crazy. There's the rare right there. Just gonna lock him down. Need a mana pot. He's coming for us. Lock him down again. Some tier 4 boots we'll look at later. Nothing here. Feels pretty good. Keep them all locked down. Nice exalted orb. Feels good about ourselves.
Fate is on my side.
The room is done. Trial complete. Let's get out of here. We don't care about this. Throw that on the ground. Garbage. I don't know. Maybe I do care about that. Was I supposed to care about that? I don't know. Let me know. Come over here. Let's cleanse an affliction. What do we cleanse? I don't even know what we cleansed. Room types are unknown. It's fine. Fizz damage, movement speed, no evasion. Oh my god, we have no choice. We have to go north. This ends the run. This ends the run for us. All right, so we have to go north. Man, floor 4 was a nightmare. We almost got giga killed. Okay, the hourglass room. Once again, this is the worst room in the world. We may indeed end the run here. This run might just end up dying here, and this could feel really, really, really bad. So let's just hope. This is one of those rooms where you will easily get overrun by the rare. The rare will start nuking you out of nowhere. These walking Goliaths are an absolute monstrosity. There's the rare up there. We do want to get there. We want to control him. He's going to fire something out of his back, and it's going to like kill us. So let's just get rid of him really quick. We cut off a bunch of time on our clock. Let's see if we can find the next rare. Here's the Goliaths walking up the stairs. See, he was trying to hit the ground there. You really want to make sure that you clean up these Goliaths, because leaving there, see, there it was. Okay.
Swift magnificence.
Grab our gold key. Let's go visit Bala Bala. Escape trial. All right, so don't get hit by anything. The greed for the chest. Okay. We're gonna come down this way to get this one over here so we can get a little bit more time. Lock that guy down so we don't have to deal with him. Click on this one for a little bit more time. All right. Click on this. And there's one more. Nice. Easy.
I shall aid you.
Less damage. Less damage.
Strength.
All right, the boss. This fight is as difficult gets if you're not prepared for it. We're gonna do our weapon swap. This fight is a true test of endurance. You need to manage your mana, and I hope you have good mana regen. As a monk, we have some skills and stuff, and we'll talk about that at the end. So this fight, you're gonna come up these stairs, and this fight's gonna start.
Duty.
Come, Kaljari. I shall enact
A lot
your
of this
fate.
fight is literally standing behind this guy.
I accept your challenge.
And you see right away, he takes no damage
Freezing strike.
at all. We freeze him by freezing our bell. Our bell gives us stacks of power charges, and we're just in for a really, really long endurance fight here. This fight takes like a solid like 5 minutes. It's
Rid
ridiculous.
yourself of your delusions.
And then you see he summons these little balls. We just stand behind him. And this is it. This is the whole fight. Just dodge his little balls, stand behind him as a melee character, and you shouldn't have any problems. It's gonna port around a little bit. Eventually, when he gets to like 50% health, he'll start doing some new mechanics, and as soon as he does that, we'll talk about them. But you see right now, it's just dodge up behind him, don't get hit by the little balls, and you should be make sure you keep up your charges. He's going to teleport, remark him. Now this phase is really interesting. So he's going to summon this lightning. These things on the outskirts, they'll stun you. So you see that? That stunned me. You can't dodge through them. You can kind of dodge through the lightning. I wouldn't try to tank it. You see right there, it just almost annihilated me completely.
Rid yourself of your illusions.
This little ball, just stay away from it. Don't go near that. Just walk away from it. You'll be fine.
This only ends one way. You are not in control. Rid yourself of your illusions.
I pressed my mana flask. I didn't want to do that. All right, when he does this, when he says the sands of time, you step on this. Look for these. So route out the best way to get to these. We're dead. Okay, so you have to hit all the hourglasses before it hits midnight. If it hits midnight, you die immediately. So you got to hit all of them, and they slow you down. And oh my God, please! If it would have hit midnight, he would have one-shot us. And that's it. You have to route them out. You have to look for them, and you got to move fast.
Ends one way.
Very hectic fight, but a very cool fight. Best thing about the whole Sanctum run. This fight was like so well done.
Wither into nothing. There can be no escape. Watch your step.
Oh, we're dead.
You are not in control.
I think we died there, and one of our boons saved us.
Rid yourself
Okay,
of
so
your
now
illusions.
he's gonna, now that we're at the end of the fight, he's gonna keep these little portals, and he's gonna summon these things. These things hurt. These will stun you. You see that? They're stunned. And now it's just a matter of dodging all the things and maintaining DPS windows without getting frozen. He's gonna summon the clock. This clock's gonna put you in the middle. Dodge out of the clock so you don't take 1 billion damage. And then this is the whole fight.
Time flows in all. This only ends one way. The sands of time.
Okay, look for the hourglasses.
For no one.
Oh, we're dead.
Your time is almost up.
Those are really bad placements.
Not disheartened.
I probably should have went here, here, but I panicked and started up there. So yeah, if I would have went here, then there, I would have been fine. But that's the whole fight. Welcome to Sanctum. I hope this helped. For now, friends, I'm gonna be sad I died. But otherwise, I hope you guys learned something. I hope this video helped you guys. I'm gonna go get this video edited out to you guys, and I'll see you all in the morning. For now, friends, have a wonderful evening. So long, farewell, Have a good night.